Good evening, students. I'm Dr. Srinivasulu, Environment Science faculty. The subject is ecology and environment element. In that, now to the topic is a Block 4, humanity, activity and pollution. Within that, unit number 13, air and noise pollutions. Air and noise pollutions. The topic is today we are discussing topic is air and noise pollutions. Within that, air introduction, air pollution, source of air pollution, nature of air pollution, effects of air pollution on life system, air pollution monitoring, transportation systems, different methods is there. Source of air pollution, within that, transportation, industrial fuel burning and processing waste, domestic heating, electrical power generation, deforestation, refuse burning, agricultural war. Many subheadings is there, but today we will, first of all, we will discussing about air pollution. Air pollution is Air pollution may be defined as any atmospheric conditions in which certain substances are present in the ambient air at concentrations and for duration harmful to man and his environment. However, there are many other similar definitions for air pollution, and Indian standard institutions use the following definitions. The air pollution is the presence in ambient atmosphere of the substances generally resulting from resulting from activity of man in sufficient concentration present for sufficient time and under circumstances which face air significantly with comfort, health, or welfare of person or with the full use or enjoyment or property that substances satisfying above description may be treated as a air pollution. The pollutants may be gases, substances like sulfur dioxide, hydrogen, hydrogen sulfide, carbon monoxide, and oxides of the nitrogen, or particulates like smoke, dust, fumes, aerosols, and any others. Air pollution emissions may be either due to the natural phenomenon or due to human activities like industrialization. The pollutants arising out of the industrial activity are often by products or external com- combustion, while they are byproducts of internal combustion in transportation system. The noise is unwanted sound. The noise is an unwanted sound. These are erratic, intermittent, or random oscillation. Typically, noise is defined as complex sound having a little or no periodicity, physiologically, acoustically, and electronically, unpleasant or unwanted. The sound of steam escaping from the safety valve of the steam locomotive, the sound of surf breaking on a beach, and the sound coming from the stone crushing operations are some of the examples of the noise. Noise pollution is a nothing but dumping of the undesirable sound into the environment, and like any other pollution adversely affects the humans. However, the particular sound may be physically to one but noise to another. Pleasant when soft but noisy when loud. Acceptable from the short time, but durable this disturbing when prolonged. Noise is the only sound pollution. Noise is the sound pollution. Air is the atmospheric pollution. Air pollution. The source of the air pollution, nature of air pollution, effects of the air pollution, effects of the air pollution on life systems and transportation systems are described in detail in this section. The source of air pollution, the source of air pollution are numerous. Source of air pollution is the numerous. The source of air pollution is the numerous. They can be grouped in various ways based on the type of the sources, number and spatial distribution of the source and the types of emissions. For instance, they can be grouped into two major types of the source. One is the natural source, second is the anthropogenic sources. Natural sources include volcanic eruption, forest fires, dust atoms, cosmic dust, extraterrestrial bodies, sea spray, forest carpets, natural decay of matter, natural gas emission, pollen grains from the flowers, microbial spores, electrical discharge burning during storm. The natural source has a major share in the release of the aerosols, sulfur compounds, and oxides of the nitrogen into the compared to that of the atmospheric sources. The later sources overwhelm in the former in the release of the objects of the carbon. However, the man-made pollution emissions are of great consequence as they are prone to accumulate under certain atmospheric conditions. Some of the contributes to the anthropogenic sources of air pollution are the transportation, industrial fuel burning, and the processes waste, domestic heating, electric power generation, deforestation, fuel burning, agricultural, and wars. In addition to these, there are a number of minor sources such as particulate matter from rubber, tires, and asbestos, brake linings of the vehicles, organic compounds in perfumes, aftershave lotions, aerosol spray, etc. The transportation accounts for more than the 46% of the total pollution produced per year, which remain the principal source of air pollution. The automobiles such as cars, scooters, and trucks, locomotives, boats, and aeroplanes release huge amount of the carbon dioxide, nitric oxide, and the hydrocarbons, in addition to leaded gas circulates lead in petrol-driven vehicles. Even though the industrial sector is often blamed as the main culprit of the problems of the air pollution, it is not a major contributor with about 50% shares. A large number of industries, such as chemical industries, paper and pulp mills, cotton mills, metallurgical plants, and smelters, petroleum refineries, mining, and synthetic rubber industries together contribute to the body. The common pollutants from the common among them are the carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, H2S, NOx, particulates of the dust, carbon, metals, and other solids and liquids. The various sources can also be broadly grouped as stationary source and mobile sources are further subdivided as point and area sources, line and area sources. Point sources are the mobile source with definite roads. Example, highway vehicles and the channels vehicles. Finally, area sources are small source and mobile sources which definitive roads. Example, water body, port, vessels, operates, losses, etc. Nature of air pollution. Nature of air pollution. The air pollution can be classified as primary pollutants and secondary pollutants. The primary pollutants are those that are emitted directly from the sources. Typically, primary pollutants include particulate matter such as ash, smoke, dust, fumes, mist, and spray. Inorganic gases such as sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, oxides of nitrogen, ammonia, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and hydrocarbon chloride, polyphonic and aromatic hydrocarbons, the radioactive compounds of the large number of the primary pollutants. emitted into the atmosphere only if you are present in sufficient concentration to be of immediate concern. These are sulfur dioxide, oxides of the nitrogen, carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, and particulate matter. The secondary air pollutants are those that are formed in the atmosphere by interactions among two or more primary pollutants or by reaction with normal atmospheric constraints. Pollutants such as sulfur dioxide, ozone, aldehydes, ketones, peroxi- pero- peroxysteroid nitrates, and various sulfates and the nitrate salts come under this category. Secondary pollutants are usually formed from chemical or photochemical reactions in the atmosphere. Pollutants are also grouped. The natural contaminants, natural contaminants, example, natural fog, pollen grains, bacteria, products of volcanic eruptions. We go to the aerosols particulates. Example, dust, smoke, mix, and fuels. What are the gases and vapors? Gases, vapors we are discussed in below. Particulate matters. The term particulates refer to all atmospheric substances that are not gases. They can be suspended droplets or solid particles or mixtures of the two. Particulates can be composed of inert or extremely reactive materials. The ranging in size from 100 millimeters down to 0.1 millimeter and less. The dust it contains solid particles of the size ranging from 1 to 200 meters. These particles are formed by natural disintegrations of rock and soil or by the mechanical process of the grinding spraying. The fine dust particles act as center of catalysis for many of the chemical reactions take place in the atmosphere. The smoke, which contains fine liquid or solid particles of size ranging from 0.01 to 1 millimeters and is formed by combustion or other chemical processes. Fumes. These are solid particles of the size ranging from 0.1 to 1 millimeters and are normally released from chemical and metallurgical processes. Mist. It is made up of the liquid droplets, generally smaller than 10 millimeters, which are formed by the considered condensation in the atmosphere or uh, released from the industrial operations. Fog. It is a mist in which the liquid is water and it is sufficiently dense to uh, obscure version. Aerosols. Aerosol refer to the dispersion of solid or liquid particles of the microscopic size, such as dust, smoke, or mist in gaseous media. And aerosols can also be defined as a colloidal system in which the dispersion medium is a gas and the dispersed phase is a solid or liquid. Vapors. Vapors are gases formed of the substances which are normally in the solid or liquid state under the ambient conditions. Effects of air pollution on life system. Pure air is one of the basic needs for the most of the organisms, and man can survive only for a very few minutes without it. The support life air should not be contaminated. Further, air is a medium through which toxic substances enter and affect living system. When the pollutants are discharged into the atmosphere in such high concentrations as to overwhelm the natural scanning ability of the atmosphere. They persist at a high concentration and cause harmful effects on the life system. The effects can be acute or chronic. Further, the extent of the damage depends upon the nature of the pollutants as well as the other depth of the other pollutants present along with it. There are also cases of sympathogenic effects known. Some pollutants can cause a great damage even in trace concentrations, whereas others can do so when present in higher concentration only. Moreover, air pollution can affect all the three important living systems, namely human, animal, and plant systems. Effects on the human health. The health hazards caused by air pollution depends upon the number one nature of the pollutants, three is the concentration of the pollutants, the three is the duration of the exposure, four is the state of health of the receptor, five is the age group of the receptor. In general, susceptibility is greater. The effects of the air pollution on human health are the worst in the winter season. Much of the knowledge of the effects of air pollution is based on the acute effects. The air pollution disasters of Mississippi Valley in Belgium, Donoro in USA, Costa Rica in Mexico, London smog in England, Los Angeles smog in USA, Sedesco in Italy, and the worst ever Bhopal disaster in India are the examples of the manifestations of the acute effects. The chronic effects originating from continued exposures to low concentrations have far-reaching implications leading to mutagenesis, tera- teratogenesis, and carcinogenesis. The air pollution directly affects the humans via inhalations and badly connected. Therefore, the skin, mucous membranes, and the respiratory system are the first respirators. The general health effects include eye, nose, throat, and respiratory tract irritation, increases in mortality and morbidity rate. The severe aggregations of chronic pulmonary diseases like bronchitis and asthma, heart and brain damage, cirrhosis and asbestosis, and the genetic damage. Many people are exposed to common air pollutants in their occupations. The traffic policeman, the automobile mechanic, and the truck driver in a big city may all have substantial exposure to CO, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and lead to associate with their patients. Therefore, such individuals have an unusually high risk from exposure to community air pollution. Effects on the animals. In addition to being subjected to efficient, the ill effects on the breathing polluted air animal become inviting, eating fodder contaminated with air pollutants. One minute. Sorry for disturbance. Effects on the animal in addition to being subjected to suffering the ill effects of breathing pollutant air, animals become ill by the eating food contaminated with air pollution. However, in certain cases, humans and animals differ in the effects produced by pollutants. In farm animals, especially, the danger obviously is not in inhaling the polluted air, but in, in the ingestion of the forage which has been contaminated with the pollutants from the air. The ultimate poisoning in these cases is a two-step process. Number one is the accumulation of the airborne contaminant in the vegetarian and forage. Two is the subsequent poisoning vegetation. The pollutants responsible for the most livestock damage are chlorine, arsenic, and lead. Cattle and sheep are most susceptible to chlorine. Symptoms and effects of the acute poisoning include loss of the appetite, rapid loss of weight, decline in health, laziness, diarrhea, nuclear weakness, muscular weakness, and death. Chlorine is a cumulative protoplasmic poison and leads to animal chlorosis. Arsenic is dust and spray on plants can lead to poisoning of the cattle. In acute arsenic poisoning, the symptoms are severe salivation, thirst, vomiting, feeble and irregular pulse and respiration. The animals become restless and develop diarrhea. Death may succeed after the development of high temperature and the convulsions in case of chronic poisoning, depression of the central nervous system as well as sterility may develop paralysis and death are the ultimate manifestations. Chronic lead poisoning has been observed frequently in horses that have been grazing on forage near smelters, lead mines, and in the orchards that have been sprayed with insecticides containing lead paralysis of muscle, muscles of the diarrhea and difficulty in breathing are the main symptoms observed. The acute effects of the lead poisoning are similar to those of arsenic. It is also reported that the life expectancy of pet like dogs living in small affected cities have come down. Effects on the plants. Effects on the plants. The plant responses to pollutants varies among the species of a given genus and among the varieties within a given species. In other words, the plants differ in their susceptibilities to a pollutant. For example, some plants are sensitive to chloride but resistant to sulfur dioxide. Further, the response of the vegetation to air pollution also depends upon climatic factors like duration of light, wavelength, and intensity of light, temperature, and humidity. The gases pollutants are important phytotoxicants and they include sulfur dioxide, chloride, ozone, pyroxyacetyl nitrate, means TAN, methane, chlorine, hydrogen chloride, oxides of the nitrogen and hydrogen sulfide. The gases pollutants enter the lead along with the air via the stomata during the normal plant respiration cycle. The pollutants destroy plant chlorophyll, the disrupt the photosynthetic processes, consequently reduce food production. The particulates reduce the amount of light reaching the leaf and may also clog the stomata and the lower carbon dioxide intake to some extent and it does interfere with the photosynthesis. The air pollution may lead to number one, necrosis means killing or collapse of tissues. The two is a chlorosis, loss of the reduction of chlorophyll. substances dropping. 4 is the epinestine, downward curvature of the leaf due to the higher rate of growth on the upper surface of leaves. The effects of the some of the polluting plants are summarized in table. Pollutant dose effects. Sulfur dioxide pollutant dose mild severe effect intervening chlorotic bleaching or leaves necrosis in the intervenial areas and skeletonized leaves. Ozone mild flakes on upper surfaces, premature aging and suppressed growth. Severe collapse of the leaf, necrosis and bleaching. Fluoride cumulative necrosis at leaf tip. Nitric oxide mild dose suppressive growth, leaf bleaching. Methane mild epinestine, leaf abscessation. Can mild bronzing of lower leaf surface, suppressive growth, young leaves more susceptibility. Air pollution monitoring. Sampling and measurement of concentration of air pollutants is generally known as air quality pollution monitoring. Monitoring facilities evaluation of the current trends in air quality with respect to prescribed standards. The assessment of the ambient air quality as well as stock emissions are important in the control of air pollution. Further monitoring is essential to have baseline data on air quality of the industrial and easily polluted cities. Air pollutions can be contributed only through an integrated approach, and such an approach involves three important steps. Number one is the physicochemical monitoring of air, biological monitoring and effect of air pollutants on vegetation, farm, animals, human systems. There was a correlation between physicochemical monitoring and biological monitoring. These three topics are most important. Now we are discussing the physicochemical monitoring. Physicochemical monitoring involves the investigation of the micrometeorology of the area and the locations of the sufficient number of study and sampling sites based on the meteorological data. Number one is the chemical characterizations of the pollutants and regular periods determination of their concentration at the sampling sites. Third one is the preparation of an inventory of the pollution sources and the air emissions. Final quantification and the determination of overall concentrations of pollutants at sites far away from the polluting sources. A physicochemical monitoring is a two-stage process involving sampling and chemical analysis. A sampling strategies adopted depend upon the nature of the pollutants, its concentration, environmental conditions. Four different techniques are employed in collecting a gaseous pollutant. They are absorption sampling, absorption sampling, freeze out or condensation sampling, and grab sampling non-gaseous substances while while it is retained on a solid surfaces in absorption sampling. The condensation sampling implies condensation of the gases pollutant from the air stream. In the grab 1 minute. 2 is a biological monitoring. The vegetation when affected by pollution develops symptoms which are characteristic of the pollutants. Hence, such symptoms may help in identifying the positive pollutants. In fact, pollutants emissions from a source but also serve as valuable tools in determining the geographically distribution of the pollution over range areas. The biological monitoring involves listing of growing plants, listing of the growing plants and substrata wise and for soil wall, etc., as well as preparation of inventory of plants present at each site, study of growth, behavior and fertility of plants. Third one is the scientific and periodic evaluation of the bleaching pattern. Found canopy size and canopy geometry of each tree species. Periodic microscopic investigations of plant samples to evaporation of the productivity patterns, determination of the concentration of the persistent pollutants in soil and plant samples of certain biomolecular moleculars in plant samples. A study of the relationship between the pollutant levels in the air and detected in the plants. The delineation of the industrial areas into differential pollution zones based on pollutant concentration in air, soil, plant. Example: the selection of the plants for creating the shelter belts in highly polluted areas, etc. Finally, carbo- monitoring helps in deciding proper locations for the industry's preparation of the pollution maps for cities, suggesting suitable guidelines and control methods and thus the abatement of the pollution. In many countries, the legal standards for ambient air quality are prescribed by the government with an aim to keep the pollutant concentrations at safe levels. However, the standards may vary slightly from country to country depending upon their transportation system. Transportation systems can be broadly divided into two major types. The surface transportation system is the air transportation system. The former, the formers can be further divided as land transportation systems, road and railways, and the total number of automobiles used in India is not compared that has 2 years. Significantly, more people have to maintenance, anti-maintenance, and use. Concentration of the materials is still. The main approaches availability in the context of the control of the this form of the air pollution, etc. Number one is the engine design modification, number two is the fuel modification, number three is the treatment of exhaust gases. Exhaust gas. Engineering classes important part in India also one of the major pollution country. Hyderabad also most pollution affected area because of most industries, so most vehicles is available in industry. That's why so the topic is a most important topic. Most all of the people must measure and assign the topic. Topics they learn. So that's spending time. Thank you to everyone.